AFTV, we got Marty here. Marty's got a cold, mate. He's got a cold. But listen, first of all, let's focus on the game. 1-0. That was an important win today.
Mate, that was a really important win because considering they've beaten us 3 times this season, I think they thought they were going to come here and walk all over us and do a fairly similar job that they had done twice in the Carabao Cup and then at their place 1-0. And they didn't. We needed those 3 points. We needed to win here. Final game of the season, to give the fans that until this is the last time we're going to come here until mid-August. And I wanted to see that. And
shaky first half though, wasn't it? I mean, Ray had to make we made 2 outstanding saves in that first half.
There were 2 outstanding double saves. They were the first one. He kind of brought it on where he played the ball out and it got caught. Yeah. But that's what top players do. Is they when they make a mistake they recover, and he did. And those saves, both of those double saves, were absolutely outstanding. And that's what we have in a goalkeeper of that calibre. And it's nice for next season that he's going to be taking the number 1 shirt, and it's nice that we have got a goalkeeper that is just generally a solid. I think a lot of his distributions today wasn't at the usual standard, but the bottom line is he kept a clean sheet and he kept the ball out the back of the net. I think he made 5 saves, and there was another one that had a cheeky deflection.
Yeah, and it went, Partey, that's another great save.
Yeah, and that's hard.
And he tipped it round the corner. I think if you watch that save back, he tips it round the corner as well. I've seen Onana do that a lot this season, where he makes that save but just bats it back out for a player to follow it in.
That's it, and that one, the deflection you're talking about, it's a really hard save because of the pace, and then he gets down to it, so you think it's going somewhere, and then you've got to re-extend to get out and put it round the post. So, all credit to him. That could have, they could have won that game. I think you're right, in the first half was a bit of a boring first half in ways, even though he made those fantastic saves. And then, the second half, Declan Rice again, popping up in that position, the sort of, I really love it when he sits just outside the area, he's looking to receive the ball, and he finishes. That finish is fantastic. And Pope as well, let's not forget, Pope made, in the first half, a fantastic save off, I think, Thomas Partey's header. That's lightning quick. I don't think he even knew how he put it over the bar. So there were a few opportunities there, but the second half, it was solid. It was as solid as we can be, and we got the win and we got the points, and that's the most important thing.
Now, what would you rate? I've been asking everybody who's been coming on today, what do you score the season, rate the season out of 10? The season's, listen, we've got 1 more game to go, but we know now we're definitely going to finish in second place. Semi-final of the Champions League, semi-final of Carabao Cup, out in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Lots of injuries. Didn't sign players that people would have liked us to sign. How do you rate the season out of 10 and why?
10 out of 10. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No. Don't cut that up either. So, look, it's hard on what, you're rating it on transfers,
Overall, everything.
And overall, everything. Initially, I'd go for a 6. There's a part of me that says 7 because... And you've got to be careful when you're saying these things, because then I say 7, because the reality of the situation is we got Champions League football, which I've heard people say, these are the same people that 3 years ago were going, all I want is Champions League football and to be able to compete with Real Madrid's and Bayern Munich's and, all that. And this season we have competed. I mean, we took Real Madrid apart over 2 legs and beat them 5-1 on aggregate. So that is huge progress. And those same people now say, oh, that's not acceptable. Oh, you should be wanting to win trophies. Like, I come to football. Today was a fantastic day to come to a stadium. I enjoy it. I actually enjoy coming to football. It's 90 minutes out of my life that I get to focus on something different than life, than, the stresses sometimes of life, I'm not saying that my life's is that bad, because it ain't. It's great, it sounds, but I think there's the part of me that says 7 is, because we have had good parts. Like I said, we finished second. We've got Champions League football. We've been in a semi-final of the Champions League. Again, getting into the latter stages of that tournament, we've shown that on our day we are as good as anyone, and we have got a fantastic team. Transfers-wise, it's been like a 3 in January, but again in summer, look, we signed Mikel Merino, and I'm not saying, but he has helped save our season because the versatility that he's had in roles. Sterling, okay, was a load of pish, and he's going to be off to Chelsea. No disrespect to him, but he just this just hasn't been the place for him, and I think he's just been here to pick up a check, and then.
All right, so 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
And finally, one person. Who would you sign? You can sign only one player. We don't want one. No. But you can sign only one. Give us a name.
Can I just have 2, please?
No, 1.
Please, man.
We're going to sign more than 1, but no, 1.
No,
1.
2. I
1.
want 2, just 2.
No,
I would
1.
actually be happy with 2 players.
1.
Oh, man.
You're only allowed to sign 1. Give me 1. Who's that?
Look, it's Zubimendi and Gykores. They're the 2 players that I have to. No,
1. You're only allowed 1. Which would it be?
Yeah, I'd have to say Gykores because we need a striker, but then we're losing Jorginho, and there are times that Thomas Partey's injured. We have got reinforcements. If it was, this is a tough question. We need both of those players. That's the truth of it. And can I just say on that Zubimendi thing, like the thing that does generally worry me, because he was at Real Sociedad with
Marino.
No. He was there with Marino and Odegaard, but also with who's just gone to Xabi Alonso, who's just gone to Real Madrid. And there's talk that they're interested and they're going to come in for him. I think he'd be an absolutely fantastic player for this football club due to his ball carrying abilities, the way he sprays the ball around, the way he tackles, the way he sees a pass before a pass becomes available, and the way that he. But then, do we need a striker? Yeah, we do. I mean, it's great to see Kai Havertz come back onto the pitch today. He's been off with a long injury layoff. He came back to a great reception, and didn't really do anything. But he looked dangerous, he looked lively, but do we need a number 9? We do. Do I like Victor Gykores? From what I've seen, he scored 53 goals in all competitions, and he's got 26 assists or something, or 54 goals, I think, now, because he scored yesterday. And the guy's banging it in for fun, and every time I see that guy, I look at him, and I think, you're just telling me, you're showing me why you should be at this football club. And I just think he fits this football club perfectly, everything about him.
Gykores, so finally before you go, because this is the last game of the season.
It is, Robbie.
Right, finally before you go, I want you to come here, stand up here like this, right?
It seems like a magic
trick. Turn around
it
this way, yeah? So stand up. Stand up, right?
You're not going to hit me or nothing, are you?
No. Right, I want my man here, come here.
Mate.
Come here. Yeah? Stand up here, because you always think you're the tallest man around here, yeah?
What
well, look at this, hey, this brother, how tall is this guy?
Mate,
hey,
he's big, man.
Right? So he always thinks he's the tallest. Look how short I look. I'm 6'1", people. Like even Cecil, how tall are you? Right? Hey.
You guys are the same height.
No, they're tall.
This is your team.
I'm glad you've got us into the. How tall are you?
6'7", bro.
No, you
6'7".
You ain't 6'7". I'm
6'6".
6'6". I'm 6'6". You're about 7 foot,
To be
mate.
fair, in shoes I'm 6'8", but if anyone asks me, I'm 6'7".
Yeah. Big up, man.
Do you play striker or centre back?
Hey!
Nice one, bro.
Forget Gykores, right? My man is here, right? We don't need Gykores no more.